Dragon Gamers, and today we're going to be looking at a modded character that I created using a lot of cheats. As you can see from right here, if I go into my melee, modded weapons, ranged, modded weapons, or modded, what they call them, bows, besides that one, that's just there, modded armor, and even modded artifacts. Before we get to this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to never miss an upload just like this one. Anyways, let's get on with the video. As you guys can see from the power, I am power 999,999,104, and all these are power leveled to be 999,999,999,040. Now we're gonna be testing out different weapons. Okay, we're gonna have lots of fun. That's maybe what this video is about. So if we look at my armor real fast, you can see I have the Titan Shroud, which has approximately 25,057,094 health. Also, it has a ton of stats. Now you only see about, I think, roughly 16 if you count up to down. But it actually has 20. It's just there's so much stats, it literally goes off the screen. The enchants are invisible because of, I'm pretty sure there's like at least like 10. No, let me rephrase that. Actually, there's probably about 10 to 20 enchants. I'm not entirely sure. If you look at my sword, you can see I have a Heart Stealer, and it's unique. It's gilded and it's upgraded. Now, let me tell you something. The upgraded, you can't get. Okay, it was from original idea of Diamond Dust that was supposed to be in the game, but they scrapped the idea. But you can still attain it by using mods. See, it has like normal enchants. So, like it says, leeches mob from health because it's gilded, and it's got powerful pushback, and it's got casts shockwaves. This also has a ton of a chance. If we look at my bow, once again, unique, gilded, upgraded, and I have a harp crossbow. That does a pretty decent amount of damage. It does about 4.81 million damage times 5 for each arrow. It does even more projectiles. I don't know why this is what do they call it? Orange. It's because it's a gilded stat. I don't remember putting it unique, but I guess it just set it as that. And then I have chance to regain arrows 3. Now it may show you 3. But in reality, it is 900. I forget what it is. It's either 999 or it's 999,999. If you look at the chants, they are also modded. I don't know what this is. This just says common. But yeah. And then as you can see, all when you mod the what do they call it, artifacts, you can make them unique, gilded, and upgraded. But usually you can't really change much to nothing with artifacts. You can only make a high power, making it do like more range damage. For example, the Thundering Quiver can do 3.7 million range damage. For the Boots of Swiftness, it has 9.8 million second duration. And for the Ghost Cloak, it just has plus 25% speed. Also, it's gilded, which means it gives you a slot right here. I don't really put nothing for them, but yeah. Also, let's just take a peek at the artifacts that we have. So we have the Corrupted Pumpkin, which is a event item from, I'm pretty sure, Halloween of last year. I actually had it before when I used to play it on Xbox. I also had, I think I had the full Halloween set. I had the armor, the Halloween, what do they call it, Hungry Horror. I forget what the sword was called. I forget what the bow was called. And then there was the Corrupted Pumpkin. So the Corrupted Pumpkin does about 50 million artifact damage. It has a 2.5 cooldown, special item. If we put this on and go over to our dummy over here, also I forgot to mention that the sword makes me faster. That's just how I modded it. I'm pretty sure it has an enchant called Quick on it, so I can go fast. And I guess I'll show off the damage counters real quick, so you can see with the arrows. If you see the stats, it goes crazy. My frame rate drops. I mean, look, it's going like 35, 25. If we put the Thundering Arrow, you can see it spams the Thundering. And I probably should stop. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, So I appeared to lag the game. Hopefully it doesn't appear too bad. But yeah, there's that. There's the wind horn, which basically pushes enemies, what is it, 3.9 million like blocks pushed. And usually, and since it's I'm gonna go over here real quick and see if it fixes it. But if you go over here, it actually, you can spam it, because since I have clarity or celerity, basically the cooldown for armor, since I have it 999, I can literally just spam it all day. Excuse me. I have the Torment Quiver, which if you have this equipped, I can do, like, it breaks the game, because since it does so much high damage, it basically doesn't really do much of anything. It pretty much just does damage, but it glitches out the game. But the cool thing about it is I can spin around in a circle, and I can't really do it since my game is lagging. But there's that. I have a Death Cap Mushroom, which basically just gives me increased attack and movement speed for 5.2 million seconds, which I'm not sure how that is in hours or even days, honestly, but it's a pretty long time. The Lightning Rod does about 90 million damage. I have a Satchel of Elements, which basically just summons, I think, different elements. So it says it can be struck by lightning. The mouse can be struck by lightning. They can be frozen, or they can be set ablaze, meaning that it can do lightning damage, frozen damage, and basically fire damage. I also have a Harvester, which is modded, as in like the power and the unique and gilded, all that's modded. I also have Fireworks Arrow, which is basically the same as these other arrows. Also, if you see it pause, it didn't crash. I have so much modded things that it lags like really bad. My frame rate's actually really bad right now. So okay, so here's the armor. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna load up a world just to show you guys how it is, like, cause I'm lagging horribly right now. I'm at 8 FPS right now. So I'm just gonna load Archhaven. Alrighty, so we're in here. So usually what I do to speedrun, I just click on my arrow with my harpo. I just do my Thunder Quiver. I just run around and just spam it all day, because I do approximately negative -1 billion damage. You may be thinking, Dragon, buddy, it's negative damage. You're doing negative damage. How are you killing me? Well, the reason why it goes negative is mainly because there's a certain damage counter that is on the game, that is set to the game, which I'm pretty sure it's like, I think like 429 million. I think it's the highest damage you can do possible without it being modded. But once that barrier gets broken by modded gear, it goes negative. So technically I am doing 1 billion damage. It's just, it shows negative mainly because of the reason that I broke the, what do they call it, the sound thing, or the damage thing. But anyways, it looks like we opened the gate, so we're just gonna continue going. Also, I forgot to mention, I have burning, so if they come right up to me, they get burned. I literally take no damage whatsoever. My health is modded. I have, I think, if I can remember a few of them, I have Health Synergy, I have Ghost Form, I use the thing, like Potion. I have Potion Barrier, I think, I'm pretty sure on this armor. I'm not entirely sure what the exact enchants are. But yeah, we're just going to continue to kill these enemies real fast. So there we go, sail away. There we go. Got a victory, yay. Alright, so as you can see here, I did negative 429,496,736 damage. This is wrong. This is basically the counter. That's the highest it goes, meaning that it goes negative. It's not negative damage. Trust me. Anyways, so it appears we got our FPS back. So hopefully we can actually showcase some of these modded items. Alright, much better. So the armors that I have. So of course you knew I have my really insanely modded one right here. This one right here is was one I was working on, which it has shielding. It has shielding common, potion barrier common, and regeneration common. It basically works the same thing as my gear right here. It just has less stats, and I'm pretty sure it has different enchants, modded enchants. This armor used to be my old armor before I made this. But this one basically, it gives you you briefly gain Ghost Form when rolling. You get a plus 20% weapon damage boost aura. You get like 30% melee damage, 25% melee attack speed, 35% damage reduction, artifact cooldown, movement speed, vulnerability on Emerald Collection, and it also burns nearby enemies. Now, I forgot to mention, you guys are probably thinking, Dragon, does this mean I can mod my own gear and gift it to people? Now let me answer this question, because a lot of people actually come up to me about this question, because I used to give out gear. I don't really do it anymore, really hardly. But you can't really, I mean, for armor, if you put all these stats, you can gift it. The stats will roll over. If you mod your enchants like a ton, like if you put more than 3, it will show up the enchants you put on it, but it won't be modded for the enchants. So what I basically do to give people modded weapons that do tremendous amounts of damage is I have to mod the netherite enchant, because the netherite enchant rolls over when you mod it. So if I say I put sharpness 999 for the level, excuse me, what that means is they'll do a tremendous amount of damage. They can have all the enchants they want and they can still do a shit ton of damage. So if I look at this armor right here, so yeah, anyways, this armor right here was one I made for myself. This is, I think, the first ever armor I ever really created. It has artifact cooldown, movement speed, aura. It's basically everything pretty much that the Ember Robe should have, besides the netherite enchant. Excuse me, that has cowardice. But the fun thing about this armor is, if I press E for the potion, you will start to see a ton of potions getting dropped. And I'm just gonna move out of this. So be warned, frame rate's gonna drop to like 30, but it basically, I don't know how really much it drops, but it basically just drops a ton of potions that you can just come over and pick up and all that. It's just really something fun to have and mess around with. I like to blow people's mind away when I use that armor. So I'm just gonna, okay, so we have our new armor on there. So for ranged, these are just a few that I created. The one that I started off with was the Saber Wing, which basically does 10 to 30 million range damage. It has a strong charge attack and basically just has a lot of enchants. So if I equip this and go over here, see, it does a ton of damage, and it has, I think, pretty sure it has Shockweb, Supercharge, Infinity, Chain Reaction, and I'm pretty sure it has Radiant Shot as well. So if we go back into our inventory, I think I gotta remember what the next one I did. I'm pretty sure the next one I did, well, was the Heart Bow, but you've already seen that one. So then I think after that I did the Firebolt Thrower, which basically just is normal. It's just acts normal, stuff like that. It appears that I have 2 different potion things modded onto my thing, but there's that one. There's the Azure Seeker, which is actually unique, gilded, gifted, and upgraded and gifted, so it has every tag. So this one, I was gonna put acceleration on this one, but you can see it does 11 million damage. It's not crazily modded. It was just a work in progress that turned out to not. I didn't really do much of anything. If we look at the melee, all the melee is basically the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure this one's pretty fast. So let me just equip that real quick. So this one is, let me see here. So this one is called the Resolute Tempest Knife that I modded. So as you can see, I'm not as fast because it doesn't give me quick, but you can see that it's decently fast. And you're probably thinking, Dragon, can't you make it faster than that? No, you can't. I'm pretty sure there's a certain speed cap. Oops, there's a certain speed cap that they put on the weapons, which I guess is pretty smart. Minecraft Dungeons is pretty sneaky about this modded stuff and like how to ban it. But anyways, the next weapon we're gonna take a peek at is the Hammer of Gravity. This was a fun one that I love to mess around with. And you can see I put, I think, fast attack on it as an enchant, so it just does faster enchant. It brings down lightning. It kind of acts like what do they call it, the Stormlander in a way, but it really isn't. You see, you got gravity, it's got fire aspect, swirling, thundering, radiance, fast attack. It's pretty awesome. This was just one I was messing around with. I managed to create, like, take a normal sword, basically the starter sword, mind you, and I basically managed to mod this as well. So it's not really that fast, but as you can see, it's giving me critical hit, fire aspect, thundering, gravity, swirling, and shockwave. It's doing what's supposed to be doing. It's doing damage. I also have 2 diamond swords. One that has drops more consumables, and one that's normal. So the normal one, I'm pretty sure it's just normal. I think it does pretty much just about the same thing that the normal sword does. It's just slightly faster. This diamond sword right here drops more consumables, as well as I'm pretty sure Fighter's Bindings does too. And I will show you that in the mission here shortly. But the favorite modded gear that I modded myself, and I spent forever modding this gear, and this was the Fighter's Bindings. Just take a look. Pretty crazy, right? Oh, pretty crazy, right? This thing is doing tremendous, like, it's doing critical hit, thundering, fire aspect, shockwave, swirling, radiance. I'm pretty sure it has prospector. I'm not entirely sure, but anyways, if we go into a mission real quick, we'll do the Moo level this time. Alrighty, so we're in the game now. I'm pretty sure this one has looting, so if you check my punches, you can see it's doing looting. I'm pretty sure it works with my bow as well. So like, I literally can just walk around, spam this all day, and it just drops a ton of consumables. It's a fun piece of gear to use, because usually if I'm playing with people I'm boosting, or if they're like a lower level, I just spawn a ton of consumables for them so they can try to stay alive and just see all the tremendous amounts of looting that I'm creating with all these different types of gear. Honestly, I have loads of fun modding gear. I know the Minecraft Dungeons Discord server, they hate me for it. I'm pretty sure I'm on the watch list. I used to talk about modding a lot. I actually got one for it. I'll have to see if I have a picture and I'll put it up on the screen. Because one of the bots actually said, "Hey man, you're getting a warning for this." And I was like, okay. But anyways, I forgot to mention, this thing one-hits bosses, so just watch. One hits. And mind you, this is Apocalypse 25. And, yeah, I honestly, this modded gear, it took me forever. It's a fun thing to do. I would do a tutorial on how to mod gear, but I don't really want to release that kind of stuff, because 1, I don't want it to get patched, 2, I don't want people to know a lot about it, and stuff like that. But yeah, so you see, 2,070 arrows hit. I defeated a decent amount of mobs. I took a million, roughly almost 1.1 million damage. But yeah, let's see what we get. Oh, change of grass, that's what I wanted. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed this fun little video of me showing off my modded gear, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this is Dragon Gamer signing off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.